So let's talk about why you can't force a woman to be attracted to you. Now, what men tend to do when they first start a relationship with a woman is they oversell themselves. They share a lot of information. They go into this data dumping mode. They think that if I share everything about me up front, they'll be more attracted. They're like, oh, this guy is awesome. He's amazing. He's been through so much. But in reality, you might be sharing a little too much at first. Think of it like a book where you read a page by page and you go to the end of the chapter and you get to think about everything you just read. When you go into a relationship, you don't have to share everything right away. Take your time, build a connection, develop chemistry, let them get to know you at a reasonable pace. Because if you share too many personal things, they might have an impression about you that isn't true. You might be sharing something that, obviously you have good intentions, but it comes across the wrong way in her eyes. As you are building that relationship, you don't want to force somebody to just like you. You don't want to come across as a needy guy, somebody where, if you don't know this about me, then we can't have a relationship. You don't want to have that energy. You see, what men again tend to do is they think like, okay, if I share this, then she's gonna like me even more. When the reality is you just have to accept the fact she's either gonna like you or not like you. Your interaction is so key. So how much are you texting her? Are you calling her all the time? Are you very needy when you're around her? Are you being desperate? Are you getting upset when she's not available to hang out with you? Like, what is your response and how are you interacting? Because if you're texting her too much, if you're always calling her, you're not giving her an opportunity to breathe and giving her a chance to reach out to you, then it becomes a one-way relationship. And eventually she's just not going to be attracted to you because you're too needy, you're always available, and she's wondering, do you have a life yourself? Do you have a purpose? Are you building things that are important to you? You have to learn balance and that things take time. It's like music where you are building up to a crescendo, right? You have to build towards that moment. And think of it that way with women. You want to build the attraction that way. Don't rush the process. Because if you're trying to force a woman to like you, they're going to pick up on that energy right away. There's a lot of guys out there that do this because, they think to themselves, I have to share this right away. They need to know this about me. And you don't have to act that way. Remember, it's a book. Go page by page. Let them slowly get to know who you are. Let them find things out down the road about you they never knew before because it keeps them curious. It keeps them interested because, like, man, I wonder what he's going to share next with me. He's so interesting to me. He's doing some cool things. And, you want to be casual about it too. You don't have to force this issue. It should be a natural conversation. And if you can't really be yourself or it's not organic, those are major red flags. If she's not going to, chase you, or invest in you, it's not going to end very well. You have to look at attraction like a book. And if you allow the chapters to be filled out in a slow way, then the attraction is going to stay because you have taken your time. You have emotional strength. You have confidence. You're not acting needy and you're not concerned whether it's going to work out or not because you are communicating to her, hey, I like you, but I'm not going to force this on you. If you like me, awesome. If not, okay, that's fine as well because you have options. That's what you have to realize when it comes to women. You have a life for yourself. You've got a future. You're busy just like her. You have a life just like her. You have things you care about just like her. So let the attraction build. Let her get to know you in a slow way. Don't be concerned if you don't share everything right away. Just don't do that because, again, you don't want to create this impression that you have a lot of problems, right? Because what you want to do is slowly pull off the mask. It doesn't have to be taken off completely right away. It's okay to be vulnerable. I'm not against that, but learn to withhold some information. You don't have to share everything and let it build. As it builds, she'll stick around. And what you realize is it's not as hard as you think it is. You just have to recognize, okay, if I share this, it might not be a good idea right now. Let me just take my time. Let her get to know me. Don't be concerned if she's not always available. Don't give off needy energy. Let her come to you. If you're constantly calling her, back off. Let her call you. If you're initiating all the dates, let her initiate ideas. Be okay with giving up control and learning that it's a process. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Make sure you go check out my other video where I talk about why it's so important with how you respond during the first 30 days of a breakup. Love to hear your thoughts on how did you build attraction, what you've learned during your experiences. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.